Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 8 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter number 3. The lessons we're going to cover today are GCF greatest common factor, LCM lowest common multiple, GCF and LCM in board problems, and then classifying numbers. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Let's just start with the lesson that is GCF greatest common factor. What is the greatest common factor for 10 and 5? You need to write down the prime factorization, right? You need to write down the prime factors for 10 and 5, right? So the prime factors for 2 times 5 and the prime factor of 5 are 5 times 1. So that means the only common factor for 5 and 10 is 5. Let's just start with the test questions. What is the greatest common factor for 12 and 4? So we have to write down the prime factors for 12 and 4. So let's just write down the prime factors of 12 and 4. The prime factors of 12 are 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 3 is 12. And the prime factors of 4 are 2 times 2. So the greatest common factor is these two factors are common. So that is 2 times 2 is 4. So the correct option is 4. Option number 4 is the correct option. What is the greatest common factor of 14 and 7? The greatest common the prime factors for 14 are 2 times 7 and the prime factors are 1 times 7. The greatest common factor of 14 and 7 is 7. The correct option is 7. That is someone. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the greatest common factor for 7 and 5? That is 1 times 7 and 1 times 5. So the only common factor of 5 and 7 is 1. The correct option is 1. Option number 3 is the correct option. What is the greatest common factor of 12 and 15? 3 times 2 is 12 and 12 times 2 is 3 times 2 is 6 and 6 times 2 is 12 and 3 times 5 is 15. The only factor is 3. Option number 3 is the correct option. What is the greatest common factor of 18 and 12? The correct option is 6. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is lowest common multiple LCM. What is the least common multiple of 5 and 9? So we have to write down the prime factors for 5 and 9. The prime factors of 9 is 3 times 3, and that is 3 times 3 times 5, that is 45. Let's just start with the test questions. What is the least common multiple of 10 and 5? Let's just write down the prime factors of 10 and 5. That is 2 times 5 and 1 times 5. So the common factor is 5 and the non-common factor is 2. So 5 times 2 is 10. The correct option is 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the least common multiple of 6 and 12? 2 times 3. The prime factors of 6 are 2 times 3 and the prime factors of 2 times 2 times 3. So the common multiple is 2 times 3 and the non-common multiple is 2. 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 3 is 12. That is 12. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the least common multiple of 12 and 8? So let's just write down the prime factors of 12 and 8. 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 3 is 12. 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8. So these are the common multiples. 4 is the common multiple and these are the non-common multiples. 24. The correct option is 24. Option number 3 is the correct option. What is the least common multiple of 3 and 9? The correct option is 9. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the least common multiple of 4 and 8? These are the common multiples and the non-common multiple. That is 8. The correct option is 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the least common multiple of 8 and 2, which is the correct option? The correct option is 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the least common multiple of 3 and 6? The correct option is 6. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is GCF and LCM in word problems. Jenna has two pieces of rope, one 18 feet long and the other 12 feet long. For a project, he needs to cut them up to produce many pieces of rope that are all of the same length with no rope left over. What is the greatest length in feet that she can make them? You need to find the greatest number, right? That means you need to find GCF, right? So you need to write the common factors. So the prime factors are 2 times 3 times 3 and 2 times 2 times 3. So the common factors are 2 and 3, 2 and 3, and the non-common factors are 3 times 2. So that is, you need to find the greatest common factor. So you need to only write the common factors, that is 2 times 3 is 6. Let's just start with the test questions. A club has 18 girls and 2 boys as members. The president wants to break the club into the groups, with each group containing the same combination of girls and boys. The president also wants to make sure that no one is left out. What is the greatest number of the group the president can make? Let's just 2 times 3 is 6 and 6 times 3 is 18, and the greatest number is, the greatest factor is 2. The correct option is 2. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 2 groups. Monroe Vitamin Shop sold equal quantities of vitamin A and vitamin D supplements this morning, even though the vitamin A supplement come in pack of 12 and vitamin D supplements in pack of 5. What is the smallest number of each type that the store could have sold? The smallest number means you need to calculate the LCM. The correct option is 60. Option number 4 is the correct option, that is sickly supplements. Dave is thinking of a number that is divisible by both 3 and 11. What is the smallest number possible that Dave could be thinking of? That is 33. Option number 2 is the correct option. Kendall is thinking of a secret number. Tells her brother that is divisible by 2 and tells her friend that is divisible by 5. If Kendall is telling the truth of both of to both of them, what is the smallest secret number that Kendall could be thinking of? So which is the correct option? The correct option is 10. Option number 3 is the correct option. Last year, Katie's history and math classes had regular tests. Each history test had 11 questions and each math test had 8 questions. If Katie has had to answer the same number of history questions and math questions last year, what is the smallest number of each type of question she must have answered? The correct option is 88 questions. Option number 3 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is classifying numbers. Let's just start with the lesson. Is square root 6 an integer? Yes, that is an integer, the correct. No, integers are whole numbers and their opposites and zero. So square root 6 is not an integer. Which of the numbers are not natural is an which of the following number is a natural number? The correct option is 4. Option number 4 is the correct option. Which of the following does not describe the number 6? Not irrational number. Option number 1 is the correct option because 6 is rational number, whole number, and natural number, but it cannot be the whole number. Which of the following are irrational number? That is 3 by 4. Option number 3 is the correct option. O pi is an irrational number. Is negative 9 a real number? Yes, negative 9 is a real number. What is this number? 1 by 2 integer, natural, irrational, or rational number? That is a rational number. Which of the following is a natural number? Negative 7 is a natural number. Oh, 5 natural numbers cannot be negative. Sorry, 5 is a natural number. Which of the following is an integer? Negative 4 integer. Which of the following describe 2 by 3? Rational number it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 8 math. The chapter we were working on is number theory. The lessons we have covered today are GCF, greatest common factor, LCM, the lowest common multiple, GCF and LCM in word problems, and then classifying numbers. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can write down the questions in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.